rather 20, 2024 kind of started rough for me, at the beginning of the year. But then the year started to come to an end, and then the year ended very nicely, right? For me, 24 was very, very okay, right? So that is basically why, I wanted us to have this class, right? To just share some things that I think that would make the difference for you, right? It's a different thing for someone that has not done something before to be speaking on a topic, right? So this is a situation where someone that has done something. I've gone from zero, right? I've gone from zero to making seven figures, right? I have done that on my own, right? Gone from zero, like zero level, right? Gone from zero, no inheritance, no external assistance. Went from zero to making my first 1 million on my own, right? So there was no assistance, no uncle help, no mommy's help, right? It was just me and the things I'll be sharing, right? So if I did that, I feel that it's something that anybody can do, right? It's something that anybody can do. I went from zero, like zero, right? In fact, then I think I was even in debt, right? I was even in debt, right? So you should always find a way to be grateful for where you are, right? At least some of you guys, the worst condition have is the worst condition that you are in is that you don't have money, right? That is the worst condition that some of you guys are in, right? You don't have money. But do you know that not having money is even better than being in debt? Because when you don't have money, whatever comes to your account is yours. Let's say maybe you have at this moment now, let's say you have maybe let's say 1,000 naira in your account, right? You're better than someone that is in debt because whatever comes to your account is yours, right? For the spending. But when someone is in debt, he is negative, right? His finances are negative. That means he's let's assume maybe he's owing maybe 200,000 naira. The person is negative, right? So even if he earns whatever he earns, he still has to pay off his debt first before he starts to make money for himself, right? So no matter where you are, you always have to find a reason to be grateful, right? You have to find a reason to be grateful, right? So being broke doesn't mean that things are not good at all, right? It just means that at the moment, that is where you currently are. So you always have to compare yourself with those that you're better than. That is one of the ways to be grateful, right? One of the ways to be grateful is to compare yourself with those that you are doing better than, because it could have gotten worse than it is, right? There's always a possibility that your situation could have gotten worse. But due to the fact that it did not get worse, then you have to be grateful for where you are, right? You cannot improve financially when you're not grateful where you are. You have to find a reason to be grateful because that gratitude helps you to stay motivated, right? So you have to really, really find a reason to be grateful. So for me, then, how I used to encourage myself was that I used to say, I was like, oh, my debt is not even up to this amount because as I then, I knew people that were having debt of 30 million naira, people that were having debt of 50 million naira. So I was like, oh, my, I'll never bad like this. So I was still, comparing myself with those that their conditions were worse than mine. And I was finding a reason to be grateful despite the condition that I was in, right? So if I could go from being negative, and my debt was not even 200,000, it was a million, I think about 2 point something million, that about, right? So I had to clear this off before starting to breathe. I had to start clearing this off, right? I had to clear this off first before even having something for myself. So it was not an easy scenario, right? So that is why I just thought we should just share certain things I'll be giving you guys this year. Right. So when you guys are talking about struggle, right? You're talking about financial hardship. It's not something that's foreign to me, right? Financial hardship is not foreign to me at all. It's something that I've experienced. Right. In fact, my own was even worse. That I was even owing. Right. At least you own it, that you're broke. At least you're not owing anybody. Right. You're still in a better condition than I was. Right. So you have to understand that life is in phases, right? Life is in phases, and if you don't do something about your condition, it will continue to remain there. Now, I want to point out something that is very, very important. Now, one of the things that really helped me to move from this zero to earning seven figures is that you have to learn how to work very hard, right? Now, I find it very, very funny that one of the things that a lot of youths have, taken as the escape from hard work is begging, right? This attitude of begging is really, really bad, right? If you go on social media, almost everybody is begging. Please, can you help me for this? Can you give me? Now, when someone asks me for, money, he doesn't have what to eat, right? When someone asks me for money, that doesn't have what to eat, I usually ask them a question. Okay, if I give you money for today, what about tomorrow, right? What about next tomorrow? What about next week? What about next month? How are you going to, keep how are you going to cope up with the coming days ahead, right? And then whenever I ask them that question, it's very, very difficult for them to give a response, right? So this is one of the issues that many people have actually gotten into. They've gotten into the habit of begging as a solution to their problems, right? I want to just tell you guys that begging is not a solution to a financial problem, right? There's never been a time in which someone was able to beg and beg enough, right? So you should learn how to take responsibility for yourself, right? You have to learn how to take responsibility for yourself. There is never a time in which someone actually used begging to, come out of his financial problems, right? Begging is never a solution, right? Begging is never a solution to financial. All right, my network is misbehaving. So, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Just type in the chat box if you can hear me. That way, even on mute, so you guys can be speaking. It'll be faster. Let me remove that thing. All right. So, can mute yourself. All right. So, like I was saying, all right, so some network issues. All right. So, like I was saying, there has never been a time where begging was a solution to a problem, right? It's never a solution to financial problems, right? Begging is never a solution because number one, you can never get enough. When you ask someone for financial assistance, you will never get enough, right? The person can never give you what will be enough for you, right? And then it also creates a kind of dependency mindset, right? So it's never a solution. So this is one thing I actually fell into. So when I was in debt, those periods, what I did was that I would be, checking my contacts, looking for my friends that I thought had something. Then I would reach out to them and I would tell them this is what I was going through. And believe me, none of them assisted me. Right? Despite all the wealthy friends I had then, there was none that actually said, okay, let me give you this amount of money, this and that. It never happened. Right? None of my friends gave me a single penny to clear my debts or to come out of the issues I was having. So I just swap my network to my glue. I just hope that the glue will be a bit stable. I let us just try the glue. So, like I was saying, okay, thank God. So, like I was saying, asking for financial arms is never a solution to financial hardship, right? It's never a solution because number one, everyone has their own personal problems. And not only the personal problem that everyone has will never give you enough, right? People will never give you enough, right? So it's never a solution because this is one of the things that I find many youths doing, right? If you check most of our DMs, you will see all kinds of financial requests. Some will tell you, I have not paid my school fees, this, that. And it's very, very appalling, right? So there's never been a time where begging was a solution to a financial problem, right? Because people will never give you enough. And even if they have, they might still not want to give you, right? So there's no point living your life at the mercy of others, right? So don't live your life at the mercy of other people, right? If they want to help you, don't live your life that way at the mercy of people. You have to really take responsibility for yourself. Now, let's talk about the blueprint. How can you go from being broke to actually making your first 1 million naira in this year? Now we have to understand that the economy we live in, right? We live in a very, very funny economy. Over the years, the economy has been changing. There was a time in which the agricultural sector was the major driver of the economy, right? They call it agroeconomy, right? So some call it agroeconomy, something like that. So the agriculture was the major driving force for the economy, right? There was a time that there was mainly agriculture. I mean, those people that were farmers, that is in the olden days, most of the rich people were farmers, right? Most rich people were farmers, right? Because they had crops to sell and all of that, right? So although currently agriculture is still something that is actually blessing people, but now agriculture is now very capital intensive, right? For you to be a farmer now, you need to have land, then you need to have seed, and then what about the labor? You have to get people to labor. There's a lot of work that goes into the agricultural sector. So it's not really suitable for someone that is from at zero level. Right? I'm telling you the truth. If you're a farmer, you need to have a land, right? Even if you want to go into animal farming, you need to buy poultry. If you want to maybe go into poultry, you need to buy eggs, all those things. So agriculture now is actually very expensive for someone that is at zero level to actually make something from. So we are in an economy where agriculture does not favor the average Joe, right, or the average person, right? You need to have land, you need to have seed, you need to have money to buy fertilizer, you need to have a lot of capital to excel as a farmer these days, right? Even my grandmother in the village, you see her calling, she'll be asking you for what? Money for fertilizer, this and that. She need money to she need to hire people that will help her and weed. All those things. Now, there's a lot of financial requirement to even be a farmer, right? And then we had a time in which the economy was really driven by what? Technology, right? So all those things, there has just been a shift. So a time in which it was more of electronics that was moving. In these early days when electronic was not that much, right? Few people had access to sell electronics. For instance, China phones. There was time in which phones were sold by only a certain group, maybe one of, in fact, in the whole of your own area, it's only one or two shops that you see that sell electronic parts. But now it's almost everywhere. Almost everyone is selling electronics. Almost everyone have all those things. So the market is really shifting. It's shifting. Those things that used to give a lot of money do not give so much money anymore. And then we are having inflation, right? Inflation is making things worse. Nowadays, let's assume that you maybe have a physical business, right? These days, you can go and buy goods that are worth, let's say, 1 million naira. And I'm telling you from experience, you can buy goods that are worth a million naira, and your gain is not even up to 20,000 naira. I'm telling you the truth. You can go and buy goods now, and your gain is not up to this because of how things are now very, very high. You can buy goods of a million naira, and your gain is not even up to 20,000 naira. You can just go to the market and try it. You can buy maybe you can go and buy maybe, let's say, all these drinks. For instance, now a pack of Pepsi, right? A pack of Pepsi is, let's say, currently sold for 4,400 in my area, right? If you buy a pack of Pepsi, you're buying it at 4,400. Then at the wholesale price, right? Wholesale, right? You're buying at wholesale at 4,300. Now, how many packs of Pepsi do you need to sell to make up to 5,000 naira? This is how they sell it in the market now. A wholesale is 4,300, and if you're retailing, you're making selling at 4,400. Your gain there is how much? You're making 100 naira gain per pack. Right? This is what is happening in the main market. Right? This is what's happening in our main market, real market scenario. Your gain for a full pack of this is 100 naira. So let's assume that maybe now this is the whole thing. Your gain is 100 naira per pack, right? Assume that, let's say you buy 100 packs, right? Buy 100 packs of this is about 100. So I think if you buy 100, it should be, you're buying 100 at 100 packs would be around if you add 100 to this should be 4 4 1 2 1 2. So you're spending 440,000 naira, right? If you're buying 100 packs of Pepsi, you're buying 440,000 naira, and your gain there, right? Your gain in these 100 packs of Pepsi, you're spending 440,000 naira, right? And your gain is about 10,000 naira. That's all you have made. And now let's assume these 100 packs, you won't even sell it in a day. It will take you at least a week or 2 weeks to sell it. So you're using 2 weeks to make a gain of 10,000 naira, right? If you buy it at wholesale at 4,300, 4,300, and then you sell at 4,400. So your gain is what? 10,000 naira. And it's going to take you at least 2 or 3 weeks to sell these 100 packs, depending on your area. So you can see that the gain from all these kind of businesses is not meeting up to the economy. How much is chicken? This December, chicken was sold for what? Some places they sold chicken for 25,000 naira. That means your 100 packs of drink cannot even afford one chicken, right? Chicken was sold to somebody for 30K this December. So now that means you have to sell 300 packs to make the gain to buy one chicken for the Xmas. So you can see that the economy is really shifting. It's shifting from all these physical goods. It's shifting from agriculture. In fact, it's shifting from physical products, right? Physical products are not being able to deliver so much financial gain anymore. right? So you have to really, really understand the economy for you to be able to make the money you need to make. So I wouldn't advise that someone that is at zero. In fact, where you even get the money to go and buy. So you see that all these things require capital, and despite the capital, you're still not making up to what you're supposed to make. You cannot even meet up to your expenses. Things are now very, very expensive. Before, we used to buy a pack of Pepsi. So now, at then it was around 2,000 naira. That was like, I think, early last year. It was around 2,000 naira, but now it's 4,400. Things are just increasing every single day. And meeting up to these things is not easy. So that is why you need to really, really shift your mind from all these native. In fact, what about salary jobs? Salary jobs now. In fact, to get even in Nigeria to get a job where they pay 100K is actually a very big problem. To get a job where they pay 100K, it's not easy. Now connection. To get a job where they pay 100K in Nigeria is connection. Most jobs are very, very poor. 50,000 naira, 40,000 naira. And in fact, out of this, let's assume you get the job for 100K. Out of this 100K, your transport alone is reaching almost 40,000 naira. That's your TP alone. Transport is taking almost 40% of it for only transport. So you're spending on transport. What about your feeding and other things? So you see that in Nigeria, literally, we are living from hand to mouth. That is the reality of Nigeria as we speak. We are basically living from hand to mouth. That is just what we are doing. And if you're living from hand to mouth, there's no how you can become a millionaire. It's not possible, right? So thank God for your job, but your job cannot make you to live a life that is worth living. You just be living from your hand to mouth. All you make is just for what you eat, right? So these things, even your salary jobs are not even safe anymore. So there's not the best thing to do now is to understand the best economy that has the higher profit margin. And if you ask me, the economy that is thriving financially now is what we call the knowledge economy, right? Using what you know to make money. That is what is making money now. The knowledge economy, right? The knowledge-driven economy. And the knowledge economy, right? People make money using what they know. That is what really is thriving now. The knowledge economy. That is the truth about it. If you want to be very, very wealthy, you want to really enjoy your life in this era, you have to be involved in the knowledge economy, using what you know to make money, right? It may not really require so much physical work, but you need to pay attention to what you know. That is what makes the money now, right? What you know. That is what makes the economy now. That is it. So now, let's just do a very quick study. Some of you, if I ask you guys if you know Hida Basi, the lady that won the Guinness Book of Record, right? She won the Guinness Book of Record, right? Hida Basi, and she's a cook, right? She won, she cooked for 3 days and then she won the record. Now, after she won that record, what she did by winning that record was what? To create awareness. But this is knowledge. Her moves were all planned. So what she did was she was creating awareness for her brand, right? What she was doing was creating awareness for her brand so that she can sell her information, right? So she was doing brand awareness. As she got popular, people started knowing her, following her on, TikTok, following her on Instagram, and then she got very popular, has so many followers. What was the next thing she did? She now tapped into was knowledge economy to become very crazy rich. And what did she do? She made a cooking course. A cooking course, I think it was 35,000 naira for a cooking course, right? And people were buying this course in hundreds. In fact, the last time I did the calculation of how much she had made from her course, right? She made about 161 million naira. That is the knowledge economy for you. She understood that what drives this economy is knowledge, right? And she knew how to cook, right? So what did she do? She had to find a system where she can get the attention of people, right, into her line of work. And what did she do? She now sold her knowledge. And what did she do? She made about 161 million. That was as of last year when I did the calculation, right? Her cooking cost was about 35K. That's what she made from her cooking course. Cooking course, 35K. And she made it was about, she had 161 million. I forgot how many people that she sold it for. I think it was a lot of people, about 1,000 something people or thereabout. Forgotten how many people. But last year I did the calculation, it was about 161 as at last year. So I don't know how many people have been paying since then up to now. So she made from her course 161 million. Now, do you think it's easy to make this? And this was pure profit. Everything here you're seeing is pure profit, right? So that is the power of the knowledge economy, right? Using what you know to make money, either in form of sales or service, right? Even as online traders, right? As a trader, we use what we know to make money from the charts. That is it. Assume as a very, very good trader now, and let's say you have an investor that invests, let's say, person invest, let's say 30 million naira with you, right? 30 million naira with you, and you're trading the money and you're making profits. What are you doing? You're still part of the knowledge economy because you're using what you know how to trade, right? And you're using your knowledge to make money for yourself and from the charts. So that is the best system to become a millionaire now is to make sure that whatever you're doing, it has to be tied to the economy that comes by what's knowledge. So if you want to really, really transcend financially this year, you have to really pay attention to what you know, right? This, as of, I think on December 25th, when many of you are busy, eating chicken, doing your own things, I went and bought 3 books. I bought books on I think two on money making. I think two were on money. I bought 2 books. The two were on money, and the other one was on what personal development. Right? What am I doing? I'm investing in what knowledge, right? So that is the best thing you can be doing in this era is to invest in knowledge. That is the truth about it. It's not something that you can hide from. If you want to really, really grow financially in this era, you have to invest in knowledge. You have to invest in knowledge. You have to buy courses. You have to buy books. That is the way to go now. That is the truth about it. If you check Hida Basi's page, you will see how her videos are always very well edited, like very beautiful. They edit her videos to very sharp. That is knowledge. She understands that sharp videos make what create more views. So you have to really, really understand those things. It's not all knowledge. Know how to create awareness. Know how to make your content that will be very, very attractive. That is the truth about it. Even this thing, Web3, if you have Web3 jobs, all these things, they are all knowledge economy. I know people that have made millions from the Web3 space, some from the airdrop space. All these things are all what? Knowledge. If you don't know anything about Web3, how do you want to make money from their jobs? Like, for instance, now, one of the keys, one of the jobs that you can get in Web3 is to be a community moderator, right? A community moderator. Now, can you be a community moderator if you don't have knowledge about the projects that you're running, right? How can you be a community moderator when you don't have knowledge about the products you're promoting? How can you do it? How can you be a community moderator when you don't know how to write properly, when you don't know how to engage people? Or you can see that everything that's being done now, right? Everything that is selling now, that is making people rich, it has to do with knowledge, right? It has to really do with knowledge, not really physical work anymore. It's more of what you know. And all these things that can be tied to the internet space. So you cannot really detach the knowledge economy from the internet. So this knowledge economy is very, very, the knowledge economy is very, very tied to the internet or the internet space. So for you to excel in the knowledge economy, you have to be very, very good with the internet. With the internet, you must be good with devices, AI, copywriting, email marketing, video editing, all those things that have to do with the internet or all those online skills, right? Let's just say online skills, right? So knowledge economy has a lot to do with online skills. That is the truth about it. It has a lot to do with online skills. If you know how to trade, but you don't know how to operate your MetaTrader platform, there's no point. You don't even know how to place a trade. You don't know how to adjust your trade. You don't know how to set a profit. All those things, you have to learn how to do all those things. You have to learn how to use mobile devices. You have to learn how to use internet gadgets. That is the truth about it. So knowledge economy has a lot to do with the internet, right? That is where the money is now. So for some of you that are wishing to ball like we are balling, right? You have to really, really know how to promote. I think sometime last year I was on my own. I was just minding my business. So what happened? The Tentrade contacted me. That was how my partnership started with them. Tentrade contacted me that I should come and be their ambassador, or sorry, their partner. Why did they contact me? Because they saw that I could write, They saw I knew how to market. They saw I knew how to, to make people, to convince people to buy accounts. That is knowledge. And do you think it came easy? I had to buy courses on copywriting. Let me just give you a tip here. I bought courses on copywriting. I bought courses on affiliate marketing. I bought courses on sales. That is how I've been able to succeed as a partner for Tentrade. It's not just randomly waking up to just type nonsense. No, I know how to type things that will make you to believe what I'm saying. That is it. We live in a knowledge economy. If I want to type something now that will convince you to do what I want to do, I know how to do it. I will type what will make you to want to listen to what I'm saying. I learned hooks, how to make attention grabbing hooks, how to do all those stuff. These are the things I learned, how to make my link very visible, how to shorten my links. Those are all the things I learned for me to excel as a partner for Tentrade. So you see that almost everything that is making people rich these days has to do with knowledge. If you don't have knowledge, you really, really suffer in this economy. You're gonna be buying Pepsi and be making 10,000 after selling 100 packs. Meanwhile, those of us that are using the knowledge system, we're making easy money, very easy, without stress, pure profits. So that is just the truth about it. You have to really, really you have to really, really do something in this 2025 if you really want to move from zero to millionaire. That was how I did it. I was able to clear all my debts, move from being in debt to making my first 7 figures because of what? I took hold of the knowledge economy. I learned how to trade properly. If you see me studying how to trade, you won't believe. I can watch, like, in a day, I can watch like 7 videos. Sometimes I wake up and I'm watching videos. I'm not just, and the way I study is not how most of you study. I can watch a video like 5 times in a row. Like I watch the first time, watch again, watch again. What am I doing? I know that my finances depend on my knowledge, right? I know my finances depend on my knowledge, and I cannot afford to be left behind. The way some of you look at, the way some of you, if they say study trading materials, you'll be doing it so relaxed. You're not even serious. It's not going to work like that. It's not really going to work like that. If you really want to see changes in your finances, you really need to work very hard on your knowledge, right? If it means buying courses, please buy it. When they say come and join training, go and join. That is it. All these things like that, I didn't learn it for free. I bought this one, copywriting, to succeed as a 10% now. I bought a course on this. I bought a course on this. I bought a book on this. These are 3 different things. Copywriting is different from affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is different from online sales. I bought books and courses on all these 3 things, and I studied them. Even the flyer you see today, like the flyer for this meeting, I designed it myself. And how did I learn to design it? I bought a course on graphic design. So that is just the thing. The design you see that on that flyer you saw before joining this meeting, I designed it myself. And how did I learn how to design it? Because I bought a course on it. That is knowledge economy. I knew that for my brand to succeed, I need to be making designs. And to cut costs, these days to pay designers is one design, they'll tell you 10,000 for one design. So I was like, instead of me to be meeting someone to be doing designs for me every time, let me just learn it myself. So I had to buy a course on graphic design. So the design you see on my social media accounts, even the one for the new year, I designed it myself. I mean, design on my own hand, right? Although it's not professional, but at least it's still manageable. At least it is saving me the cost of paying a graphic designer each time I want to design. So I only pay designers when I wish to do something very professional. But if it's just a very small, a very simple design, I do it myself. I know how to do graphic designs. I don't do it on my own because I got the knowledge on this. So whatever you want to do, you have to go and learn. You have to go and think, okay, this is what I want to venture into now. What are the things I need for this? And then you start to learn them one by one. I knew that for me to succeed as having a brand online, I need to learn how to copyright. I need to learn how to do affiliate marketing. I need to learn online sales. I need to learn graphic designs. I bought all these courses, bought books, and then I studied them for me to be able to excel. That was how I started moving from zero. The shackles of them started breaking, and then that was how we got to this level by doing what? Investing in knowledge. So I really, really pity people that when they say come and learn this, they shy away from buying courses. They shy away from paying for knowledge. They always want everything free. It's not going to work that way. All these things that you see that I paid for all of them. Affiliate marketing, all these things I paid for all of them. I bought it, right? So that's just the truth about it. So if you really don't want to succeed in this economy, you need to really, really pay attention towards your knowledge. And knowledge might come at a cost. Although YouTube is free, but my issue with YouTube is that YouTube does not have in-depth information, right? Like for instance, now this course on affiliate marketing I bought, the videos on it were more than 20. Like the videos on this course alone, this one you see here, it was more than 20. So you can't really see that kind of depth on YouTube. That is why sometimes I don't really know how to put it, but sometimes you just need to pay to get information in this knowledge economy. So if you go and check, if you go and type affiliate marketing on YouTube, you may not really see deep videos. There will just be shadow. But me, I bought my own was like 20 videos. Like it went in depth. Then my copywriting on too, it was very, very in depth. Like he explained a lot of things about copywriting. The one about Sezonko, it explained it in depth. So in-depth information is not really gotten for free on YouTube, right? So one of the places you can get very cheap courses is a site we call AQ Skill, where you can get those cheap courses there. It's not very expensive. You can get courses for 1,500, 2,000, 3,000. It's not that expensive. AQskill.com or that about. I don't know if it's .com, but I don't know if it's AQ Skill. So just search it on Google, you will see it there. I have the sites you can get, all these courses, right, to really, really help you. Maybe you can get them Expertnaire, right? You can get all these courses on Expertnaire. You can so you can get on all those information, right? Expertnaire, they sell those courses, all these copywriting courses. In fact, I want to even pay for next month. I want to buy a course on cyber security or ethical hacking. So it just tickles my fancy. I want to learn either this or this, either cyber security or ethical hacking. So when I'm a bit free, maybe around April or May, I'll just buy a course on this just to have the knowledge on cybersecurity and ethical hacking, right? So I think the course is very cheap. So I think 5,000 or thereabouts. So AQ Skill is very, very cheap. Their course is there, right? So that is all basically it. So if you really want to succeed, just choose something that you want to do, and then get the knowledge on that particular thing. If it's trading, if it's Web3, if it's airdrop, whatever it may be, affiliate marketing, copywriting, whatever you think that you can do on the online space. We have less than 5 minutes left. So I want to wrap up now. So this is a free Zoom we are using. So I don't want to encroach into, I don't want to have another meeting. I just want to end it here, right? So what I'm saying is that if you really want to move from zero to making your first million, just pick something that you know that you can do, right? Like me, I'm a trader. Even as this level, you guys saw me last month or last year, I hit 9 payouts in the space of 3 months. But even with that, this week I have gone through over 10 trading videos just this week. So the knowledge never stops. You have to keep learning. Even with all those payouts, even as I'm speaking, if I don't want to trade for the next 2 months, I will still have the money to take care of myself. But still, I still go through all those courses. I still study all those things because why? I'm in a knowledge economy. The more you study, the better you become. This week I've gone through 10 trading videos. But if I ask you that you don't even have any sources to your name, how many have you gone through? You will say none. Or you say you are on holiday break, you are doing New Year. That's why things are the way they are. So you really need to pay attention towards knowledge. Now we are having a training that I've told you guys that if you don't see success, you get your money back. Some people are still feeling that I want to eat their money. Meanwhile, you're the one benefiting. So these are the opportunities you should really hop on in. If someone say, come and learn something, I know that person that is teaching you, that person is reputable. Run towards it. Not that you be thinking that the person wants to eat your money. No. That knowledge, that investment in knowledge will always pay you back. When I learned copywriting, there was no hope to make money from it, because even up to now, I don't do graphic design for money. I've never said, okay, if you want to do design, come and meet me, I'll do for you and I'll pay me. No. Some things that I learned, I've never made money from it directly, but I've made money from it indirectly. So not every course that you do that you or master that you learn, that you get the money instantly, you get the returns instantly. It may not show instantly, but as the time goes by, it becomes a skill set which can at the given period make you more valuable. So some of the things you learn doesn't necessarily increase your finances. What it does, it makes you more valuable. So it just increases your value. Right, it makes you more valuable. So some courses you get will not make you money immediately, what they do, they will make you valuable, right? They'll make you more valuable. You can do things that other people cannot do. Just increases your abilities, right? So that is just it. So I just wish that you guys can really take this seriously. Just pick something that is knowledge based. Is it trading? Is it copywriting? Is it Web3? Is it airdrop? Is it whatever? Do you want to have a course? For instance, now maybe you know how to play the piano. What do? You can record a course on the piano and then sell it and make your money from it. If you know how to cook very well, maybe something you know how to do, maybe you can do you can paint very well, you know how to do painting, you know how to dye, you can make a course on it and then cheat on YouTube or make a course on it, grow your brand. If you want to learn how to grow brand, you can buy a course on that, how to brand, all those things. Those things are things that you can learn, right? Either for free or buy it cheaply on AQ Skill. There are other cheap sites where you can get all these things, like Coursera, Udemy. Those ones are cheap. But I think that AQ Skill is the cheapest. You get those cheap courses there, and then you get going, right? So I hope this class really help you or inspire you guys to really do well. And that is how I was able to go from being dead broke to making my first 7 figures. I would just use the knowledge economy, trading, affiliate marketing, and all of those things, selling courses, teaching people how to trade. And that was how we were able to get to this level, right? So just make sure that whatever you're doing, don't allow a day to go by where you don't improve your knowledge base. That knowledge base is what will really, really make you to be more financially buoyant, right? So I wish you guys the best of the year. If you want to join our 3 months campaign, you can see join us. We are starting on Sunday. So hope to see you guys at the top. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining. Cheers and God bless.